The World Cup 2022. How can we not talk about this? Qatar is hosting this year and we're in the thick of it. And boy, the drama.
is Qatar.
Before the games even started, there were many questions raised over how Qatar managed to get this hosting gig in the first place. The oddness of it all was really bugging people. There was, of course, controversy over FIFA's corruption track record. Workers' living conditions while building the stadiums and facilities have been questioned. Thousands of deaths of migrant workers from South Asia and Southeast Asia. Then, the host country's human rights records concerning the LGBTQ population. What a nuisance!
สิทธิวันนี้สิทธิน้อยลงหรือเปล่าประชาธิปไตยผมก็มีนะสิทธิผมก็มีนะ
Every country has their own rules, their own culture, how they do stuff. People need to respect that. What's wrong with a dry World Cup? Are you guys there to watch football or to drink? Focus on the game. It's a Muslim country, for crying out loud. And the dress code, nothing rainbow on you, you barbarics. Which century are you from? Respect the culture. White people are so dense. We certainly can sympathize with the Qataris on this. People need to respect other cultures. Imposing Western values everywhere is downright rude, you know? Human rights, women's rights, equality, secularism. Oh my, the list goes on and on. When is it going to end? Look at Thailand. We want to promote LGBTQ tourism. Tourism is our thing. We want LGBTQ dollars. They're the best. They're loaded and they look good. But just for tourism, please. The laws on marriage will be kept in place. Thank you. When we fly the rainbow flag, it's strictly for tourism photo ops, okay? So, just come and enjoy our pool parties, beautiful beaches, world-class spas, lady boys, drag shows, and shut up. The democracy thing is also quite annoying. This dumb Western idea about democracy. People are born equal? What a stupid thing to believe. God created the world in 7 days. You guys believe that too, don't you? Well, this democracy thing we have to go along with. After the 13th successful coup we had in 75 years, Thailand went on to announce on the world stage that we had transitioned from a dictatorship to a democratic country. How? Having an election means we're a democracy. Done! True, we might have had issues with ballots, which the Election Commission, even after almost 4 years after the election, still cannot confirm the exact number of ballots and all that rubbish. We had an election, period, okay? And even if the right to assembly or public protests are severely restricted, of course, the government wants to hear your opinions and concerns. Just send an email or call the hotlines. Don't go out and protest on the streets. It's not nice. It's un-Thai. It's Western. Even if democracy is a Western idea to begin with. But this is a Thai-style democracy. It's one that you're supposed to be polite, smile and nod to everything, and shut the up. Quite reasonable, I say. Even if we are denied basic rights, we get rubber bullets and tear gas instead. What a bargain! It's like getting our tax money's worth returned literally in our faces. Okay, back to the World Cup. I'd like to tell you about how Thai people get to enjoy the games this year. In Thailand, there is an agency that assigns TV, radio, and internet frequencies and regulates the broadcasting and telecommunications businesses. It's called the National Broadcasting and Telecommunications Commission, or NBTC. The NBTC is kind of like the TV police. They love their disciplinary powers and enjoy creating rules that are not enforceable. Genius, right? Okay, before we go into that and the World Cup, we need to go back shortly after the latest coup in Thailand. If you follow football, the 2014 World Cup was held in Brazil from June 12th to July 13th. In Thailand, the company that bought the broadcasting rights was a company called the RS Group. So, if you wanted to watch the 2014 World Cup, you would have to buy RS's satellite dish and box. Of course, capitalism at its best. You want to see the World Cup? Pay up! Same year, 2014, Thai military stages a coup in May. Prayut Chan-o-cha, the new dictator, demanded asked RS very nicely to please share the World Cup broadcast with free TV stations in order to bring smiles and happiness back to the Thai people. Some say they were trying to divert attention and heat away from the fact that an elected government was ousted and the constitution that was the product of the coup before this coup was shoved down the toilet again. But if you have half a brain, you see that General Prayut staged the coup with pure intentions for the greater good of the nation. I don't understand why coup makers worry so much about public opinion. The elected government was evil. There was no other way the Thai people could escape from that disgusting woman Prime Minister, Yingluck Shinawatra, and her elected cabinet. Military force was the only option. Back to the darn football. The junta government, in an attempt to rob a private company out of their merchandise, cited NBTC rule issued in 2012 called the must-have, must-carry rule. The must-have rule states that Thai citizens are guaranteed the rights to view 7 sports programs free of charge. These programs are the Summer Olympic Games, Paralympic Games, Southeast Asian Games, ASEAN Para Games, Asian Games, Asian Para Games, and weirdly, the World Cup. I say weird because Thailand has never ever got anywhere near to qualifying for the World Cup. And the must-carry rule guarantees that Thai people on whatever technology or platform must be able to view television services that operate on frequency, which is a national resource equally and comprehensively. Therefore, RS as an operator on frequency must share the broadcast they already paid good money for with free TV stations, free of charge. Wow! Well, not so fast. RS Group argued in court that this must-have, must-carry rule was issued in 2012. RS Group bought the World Cup broadcasting rights in 2010. Therefore, the must-have, must-carry rule cannot be applied in retrospect. Boom! Sound argument, you filthy capitalist pigs. The junta could not accept this. The smiles and happiness of Thai people were on the line. They needed to make Thai people happy. Protests must be quelled. The economy was heading down the toilet to join the old constitution. Public opinion of the junta was not in a good place. Ungrateful peasants. So, the junta ordered the NBTC to go find some money. Of course, taxpayers' money, to buy the rights out of RS. So the NBTC decided to use the money from the Broadcasting and Telecommunication Research and Development Fund for public interest to pay RS. Yeah, well, it was for the public interest, the football craze part of the public. It cost around 427 million baht. So, the junta used Thai taxpayers' money from a public fund to pay RS and gave the broadcasting rights to 2 stations affiliated to the army. A happy ending to the 2014 World Cup broadcasting drama. The 2018 World Cup was another disaster entirely. This time around, no one bought the exclusive rights to broadcast. I mean, why bother when you could just wait for somebody else to buy them and share it with you for free? It's the law, right? But you can't have a no World Cup World Cup. What about the Thai people's smiles and happiness? With no election in sight, and it's been like 4 years, can't believe the World Cup is back already. So, in the last minute, 9 private companies came together for the greater good by dishing out the money to buy the rights and share ad revenues. However, there wasn't much buzz created for this expensive event. People were too busy trying to scrape out a living and were more interested in an election than football. Ungrateful peasants. But please, don't feel too bad for the companies that paid for the broadcasting rights. I'm sure they're on very good terms with His Excellency the Dictator and his minions. After all, that's what matters, right? Fast forward to the present. After misusing public funds by spending 427 million baht from the Research and Development Fund to pay for the 2014 World Cup, one would assume they'd get rid of this must-have, must-carry nonsense. But no, they did nothing of that sort. The 2022 World Cup came around again, and no company in their right mind was willing to pay for the rights to broadcast. The NBTC and the Sports Authority of Thailand, or SAT, were caught off guard. Really? They realized that, oh no, no one has bought the World Cup 2022 broadcasting rights. How will Thai people enjoy the World Cup, especially when there's an election coming up next year? Once again, General Prayut Chan-o-cha's government had to step in. This time, the broadcasting rights cost 1.4 billion baht. Prawit Wongsuwan, Deputy Prime Minister and the head of the National Olympic Committee of Thailand, this guy, coordinate, or let's just be blunt, extorted more money from the companies. Most of them were the same ones from 2018. This playbook is getting a bit old by now. But the biggest sum was coughed up from none other than the NBTC. Again, this time it was 600 million baht. Once again, from the Broadcasting and Telecommunication Research and Development Fund for Public Interest. Yes, tax money. But it's okay. It's the World Cup. Yay! Allez, allez, allez! Things seem to be working out according to plan, when a whole lot of feces hit a whole lot of fans. It started when the list of matches to be broadcast on the Thai TV platform was released. From all 64 matches set to broadcast, half of them, including most of the big rating matches and the final match, were scheduled to be broadcast on the True Corporation platform. True Corporation is a company involved in almost every aspect of Thai people's lives. They are not a monopoly or anything like that. They're just good at doing business. You can't blame people for being successful, right? They are the main player in the food and agricultural sector, dominating around 70% of the market, and also hold 30% market share in telecommunication industry as well. Impressive. Of course, like all major business powerhouses, they seem to get along very well with the government. But of course, not only this government. Inconveniently, there was an uproar over the broadcast schedules. True Corporation explained that they had an agreement with the Sports Authority of Thailand, or the SAT, because they paid a whopping amount of 300 million baht, while others only paid 50 to 100 million. Therefore, it was quite fair they got the right to broadcast half the matches and exclusive rights for the online and mobile broadcasts, which the Sports Authority had agreed. So, if you plan to watch the matches on your internet platform, then too bad if you're not a True customer. Because True has asked the courts to order an injunction blocking other internet providers from broadcasting the matches on their services, even though the NBTC ordered them to broadcast, citing their blasted must-have, must-carry rules. True argues copyright statutes take precedence over NBTC's sorry little rules. So much for the 600 million baht public fund forked out by the NBTC. So much for the oh so high and mighty principles called must-have, must-carry. And Thai people shall all have a right by law to view the World Cup for free thing. The event is half over, and if you really love football, then you'll be paying to watch it on True services, one way or another. The latest news on this matter is NBTC is demanding the 600 million back from the Sport Authority, who, according to FIFA, holds the broadcasting rights. NBTC said when it handed over the 600 million to Sports Authority, it stated very clearly that all platforms were to be utilized to conform with the NBTC's must-have, must-carry rule. Official documents confirm this. Well, compared to another leaked document, the MOU between Sports Authority and True states that Sports Authority guarantees the NBTC reiterates that other providers will not have the right to broadcast the matches in protection of True's rights. The MOU also states that Sports Authority transferred all copyrights to True, especially the exclusive rights for cable TV, satellite, and IPTV. Well, we Thais cannot act surprised by these incidents anymore. The capacity to become enraged was zapped out of us a long time ago. It's exhausting living under these sociopathic elites. These Nowadays, we're just a nation of zombies staggering around, mumbling, lost, and confused. In this particular moment, we're zombies with remote controls and cell phones in search of football matches. Yay! Football, football, football.